Good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Uncle Will. And just so you all know, we're trending in Germany. How does that feel, brother?
What's trending? What is it? Our
Podcast number 8 in business podcast in Germany. How does
how
that
can
feel, man?
how can people look at my face and anything trend?
See, this is what I love. My brother doesn't understand that podcasts are audio only. He believes it's
Oh,
video, dude.
audio,
That's
audio.
how awesome it is, man.
But doesn't that mean if they go to the podcast, they immediately come to one of
They,
our YouTube videos and
actually,
see
your
our ugly?
face is the face of the podcast. So all our German friends who are listening to the pod, big ups to our friends in Germany and Estonia. By the way, we're the number one in Estonia. I didn't even tell you that, dude.
We love Estonia and
Estonia is my
Germany.
favorite place. Going there this winter, man. Everybody loves
Wait,
Estonia,
are
man.
you? Are we going to be doing live
Oh, definitely,
shout outs from
100%,
Estonia, the streets of Estonia?
100%. I'm going to Europe this winter, and nice and cold. I'm going to be hunkered into my hotel room. We're doing chameleon all day long. I might just with time off. We just might run this pod 24/7, man.
I
It's just an option
extremely.
streaming
Is there?
service.
That's I would be quite upset about 24/7.
All right, let's get into it. Everybody, be careful out there. Here's the disclaimer, everybody. These are just ideas. Don't trade on what we're saying, but do your research. And part of the research is the chameleon. Will, what do you got for us today on the chameleano, man?
You sharing? You seeing the screen there, brother?
No,
We have
I'm seeing your face, man.
all technologies right in the world today. We got to get this tech right.
You got to get your tech right, man. I tell my brother that all the time. He's still learning how to use that share screen button. It's a work in progress, man. We're getting better every day. Every day.
We're trying
All right.
hard.
So what do we got
Can I
going
get
on
your
today,
Can
man?
I get your screen down?
Yeah, man.
Well, something I was reading about last night, which interested me. I don't know if it's going to interest you or any other chameleons, but it's this comparison between Microsoft. It's really just how Microsoft has held up during this market sell-off that has really beaten down the techs. I know there's no M in the fangs, but it's
Yep.
still one of the big tech players. And if you look at Microsoft and overlay Apple on it, and I mean, Microsoft has just really held up
Wow.
into this market. I mean, really held up. And they were given quite a few things of reasons why. It's cloud, you know, structure, how important it is to cloud. But I mean, Amazon is super important to cloud. Let's lay Amazon over that.
So wait,
You
you're
know,
comparing it to Apple, yeah? Mm-hmm.
no, I'm comparing. You know,
Yeah.
Amazon has also had a monster. It just leads you to believe people aren't getting out of their Microsoft shares.
Yeah.
They maybe even accumulated as this thing drifts down just a little. I'm gonna start building a bullish thesis. I did a screen Microsoft bull call and bull put spreads just through the start of the Christmas season, and there are a lot available. If this market moves higher, this stock is definitely going to go higher.
Well,
The way
I
it's
mean,
held up.
they're a lot more diverse. I mean, you look at them against Apple; they're a lot more diversified than Apple. So there might be maybe some downside protection with that company just because they're in so many different things. I don't know. It's
Yeah, well,
interesting.
Amazon is too, but no. Listen, a lot of the tech stocks. I mean, let's look at uh, well, you're right. It is way more diversified. You put Intel in there, or
Yep.
you know, it is very diversified. I mean, the one thing in the
For tech,
article,
yeah.
yeah, the gaming space is, well, tech is in everything, right? The fact that they're in the cloud
What'd you just
means that
say? What did you just say? Did you
I
just
am
say
just
tech isn't everything? How
I'm
dare
going
you,
back.
sir?
I'm going back to my loom. I'm gonna do some looming this afternoon.
Oh man, tech
Do you think
isn't.
part of the Amish lifestyle is a good lifestyle?
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
That's a
For humans, yes. If you want to be happy, it's the way to go. But some of us aren't worried about happiness, man. Some of us
it's
aren't worried
just
about
it's
that.
just the next. Some of us want to move to Mars. 70% probability.
No, some of us just want to make stuff, and happiness isn't necessarily. A lot of people like to put happiness as the number one, but some of us it's not the number one. Might be a soft two. maybe
So you
3.
think, wait, you think the Amish are that much more happy
Yeah,
than
I think yes. I think people who just you labor, you work with your hands, you slow it all down. Are you going to be happier? Yep, definitely, hundred
happiness
percent.
about the simple
Yeah.
things in life? Is that what you're saying?
What's the that book? It's too many. Basically,
The
the thesis
Bible,
is to
all right, let's
I
let's
was
go.
thinking the paradox of choice, but the Bible will
Oh,
do.
I mean, you and your new age stuff.
The paradox
It's
of choice, man. Too many
the
choices,
paradox of
you
choice.
get misery from too many choices, and that's
How many
part of the
how many
problem with
months is
currency.
that on the New York Times bestseller?
But even if that's the problem with current culture, dude, that is not a problem. That is it's a wonderful problem to have, even though you might be a little bit more miserable.
You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. Let's go to the seasonality screener. And I didn't. We showed it at the beginning of last month, just to go back to recap. I thought it was interesting that FedEx. Actually, what's going on here? There we go. The one thing I
What are
liked
you
here.
screening? Are you screening for next month?
Yeah, it's actually I know what it was. It was over 50 billion. Last month when we looked at it, and I hopefully showed everyone this, but the thing that was interesting last month is FedEx at the beginning of the month uh, showed up, as did I think I sorry, and UPS also showed up. So this is November.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about this, we put in years of observations, at least 8, positive observations 70%, average return 2.5%, median return. So this is looking for interesting moves on the upside in the stock, basically. And
For the
FedEx
month
showed
of
a 90
November. Mm-hmm.
for the month of November. So this is leading into what in November?
What's
Black
in no?
Friday,
Yeah, it's leading into
Cyber Monday.
yeah
So you're starting, people are starting to
shipping
probably,
season, man. Shipping
yeah,
season.
starting to take position in these shipping stocks. So I just wanted to see, I know we talked about it at the beginning of the month when we looked at this. I wanted to see what actually happened in FedEx, and sure enough, start of the month. And remember, this was a hard. I was not expecting this because at the
Mm-hmm.
start of the month, you know,
We had a
and
we had a bit of a sell off, right?
a
End of
monster
October.
sell-off
Yeah.
this month has been, and this stock started the month at 211. Sure enough, was up.
Yep.
UPS. Let's see if that mirrored.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Not quite as nice of a performance, but again, it is up. So interesting to watch the seasonality pieces of the product. I'll show you December, which is there's one that jumped out at me because it's a company you and I know well, UTX,
Mm-hmm. United Technologies.
United Technologies. This is a company that announced a split yesterday, and was
No way,
off.
they're splitting, huh?
It's I think in the three actually one of those movements in my chest just occurred. I don't know if you picked that, but that may be that may be
The
why we're
nervous
trending in
vomit, man. The
Estonia.
nervous vomit, dude. Relax, man.
No, they actually say when we came out of the swamps, that is the the actual change in our lung structure
It was
causes things like that.
burping.
Hiccups. It was a hiccup.
Or
Well, it was a hiccup. It was actually a hiccup. So looking at UTX, they're splitting into three. The stock got
oh,
bombed on
they're
that
split into
news.
3, huh? Nice.
Three new companies. It obviously has to go through approval, but there are quite a few to take advantage of that December historical move. There are quite a few bullish plays here in United Technology with look for the cushion. I mean, can you throw away a 28% return if the
Mm,
thing drifts up?
nice. Well, that just so everybody knows, that's the seasonality screener. If you're on the Chameleon, just go to what
Stocks
stocks,
and then
and then
tools,
it's right there, seasonality
creaming out.
screener.
Yep.
So that's a good one for everybody to check out. Super interesting. A lot of people trade off that information. So I like to get in a little early if you're trading that sort of stuff because people are looking at that one, man. That's a hot one. What else
And
you got for us, man?
we gave that to you first on the Chameleon
On the Chameleano.
this morning for the 30 people in Estonia who were picking up on it. You want something else?
Do I want something else? Yes, I want the tastiest tidbit of the day, man. Give it to us.
The last thing I went into the open interest trends to give it a screen. This is an interesting feature, and I'm looking for an increase in the open interest, and an increase in volatility. It looks at least 20% increase. So what that means is that people are actually buying either the call or the put, and it's moved the volatility at least 20%. Mm-hmm. So it's showing like people are taking out offers and building up a position in the stock and actually changing the volatility in the marketplace. And the one that occurred to me that was interesting on the bearish side is this DLTR.
Okay.
That ring a bell?
No. What is that?
It's Dollar Tree.
Oh man, we talked about that a bunch of times. Yeah.
It is a stock that you would think in markets where people are worried about recessionary pressures, these dollar stock,
Yeah, we've talked about this before about how that stock tends to do well in down economies, right?
Yep, I would think so too. But this may be something into the earnings season.
Scroll down a little bit so we can see it. It's a little bit covered up by the ticker down there.
I didn't want to show all the good stuff that was going on. But here you go. Take a quick snapshot, everybody. That's the long buildup in the options right there. Short buildup is here. The one that in my morning's look, actually there's a bullish one that popped up too, that since it's up and Adam is requesting all information be shared with the full, this biotech right here is interesting. The fact that there was a large buildup in the calls. Keep an eye on that IMMU for a move higher. I mean, it's a cheap stock. You just go play the stock. I don't know why anyone would play the calls other than they really have an actual idea in this. So that IMMU is one to look at. But the DLTR on the bullish side, on the bearish side.
So when did that start to turn? Because that was negative up until what? A couple weeks ago we talked about that one was taking a hit, wasn't it?
DLTR?
Yeah, show me that chart on that one. Show me the pricing chart on that.
You have to go back to the tape, my friend, for that.
You can't. I can't remember what I did yesterday. How could I possibly remember what happened to DLTR?
It had a big sell-off on earnings.
Yep. There it was.
And
it's pulled back quite a bit.
That may be what's going on. Is they're prepping for the next earnings. Let's take a look at you pulling in the full. So we have earnings on November 9th, and there you go. My brother has just analyzed this even further, and DLTR people are looking at the same thing he's looking at. We had probably looked at it 3 months ago, and people are playing this Dollar Tree into earnings. So you could look at the bear call, bear put spreads today. That's where I took a look. If you think this thing's going to get hit, it's one way to play it and play it safe in that your max loss if the thing goes against you.
You think it's going to get hit? Don't you think it's going to? This thing might pop, man. Especially if we get more negative news coming into their earnings. You don't think people are going to look at Dollar Tree as a hedge against bad news?
No, my whole thesis, that could be your thesis. This is the great thing about the Chameleon. You do your research. That just confirmed what I was saying, is that there was a long buildup in the puts.
Yeah.
People are driving those vols. So people are taking a position like these earnings are going to replicate the last two. And
people are idiots, man. People are idiots. Do the exact opposite, Will.
There you go. I'm looking at the bear call and bear put spreads in here, and there are quite a few in Dollar Tree to take a look at today.
Nice.
And we'll end it on that.
Nice. Be careful out there, everybody. Very, very careful. That's good info from Will, but you guys got to do your research because this stuff can be very risky. Remember, trade small, right, Will? Trade small.
I would never put more than 2% of my portfolio in any one trade.
That's why you don't have an indoor pool, dude. If you want an indoor pool, you got to go bigger than that, man.
But I do have an outdoor pool.
Ding! Ring that bell, man. Ring that bell. Remember, everybody, click down below. You can subscribe, like, whatever, what have you. And remember, MarketChameleon.com. You can follow along with us, get all the trading and data and analytics. We're offering a free trial. So you can try it out and use that seasonality screener, which is pretty darn awesome. All right, brother. Have a great day. Take care, everyone.
Great. Bye.